Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If this video happened to have found you and you're new here, welcome. My name is Nicolette and I use my channel as a way to stay motivated and focused on my goals and hopefully inspire others to do the same. If you find value in today's video, I would hope that you like, comment, and subscribe so these videos can reach others like myself and you as well. So without further ado, let's get started. I want to first start out by saying thank you all for the support and uplifting and encouraging words I received on my last video. It really meant a lot to me. I was a little hesitant at being that vulnerable on camera, but y'all were so sweet and understanding and uplifting, and I really appreciate you all so very much. I don't want to get too far off track. I'm going to go over what we're going to be talking about in this video. Um, First, I'm going to be cash stuffing my paycheck 2 of May. And then I'm going to show you all a bit of a debt confessional. I'm going to tell you how much I'm in debt, consumer debt, and how I plan to become debt free in the next 2 to 2.5 years. I will also be answering some of the questions surrounding the incident that led up to me having to start over. I know a few of you were asking if I could talk a little bit about what happened and, how that whole thing came about. So I would very much like to tell my story and in hopes to help other people not make the same mistake that I did. All right. So, first things first, I'm going to go over my debt. So, this is my debt tracker. I have here my starting grand balance of $18,230.15. Hopefully, y'all can see that. Um, so, how I plan to pay this amount off in 2 years is by using what we call the snowball method. Now, I know a lot of the people in the budgeting community may be already familiar with this method, but in case the ones that don't, I'm just going to just touch on it a bit. It's basically one of the pillars that is used in the Dave Ramsey 7 baby steps. I'm currently on baby step 1/2 of 7, which is saving $1,000 for a starter emergency fund and paying off all debt except for your mortgage. And I'm doing this again by using the snowball method. What I have here is how my payment plan is going to be moving forward. And I want to start with Amazon. So, Amazon is one of the credit cards I did pay off. For Amazon, I had a minimum balance due of $30 a month. So, what I did was snowball that into the payment for Mission Lane. For Mission Lane, the monthly payment is $60 and the current balance is $180. So, with the snowballed amount of 30 plus the 60 that it currently gets is going to give me a new snowball amount of $90. To this 90, I'm going to add what I call a debt booster, which is my money that's going to come from my paycheck. So in total, it's going to have $190. So once I put that 190 towards the 180, it's going to give me $10 in overage. That $10 I'm going to roll over to my next card that I'll be paying off my next lowest card. And it's going to be my target in the amount of $505. With my Target card, I pay a monthly amount of $30. So I'm going to tack on that 30 to the snowball amount of 90, and it's going to give me $120. I'm going to then add the $100 to the 120 and the $10 to the 220, which is going to give me 230. I'm going to roll that over into the next amount. I'm sorry, I'm going to roll that over to this amount, the $505, and it's going to give me a new grand total of $275. I'm going to complete these steps until I get down to the last payment. With the last payment, I'm going to have $165 in overage left. I'm then going to snowball this amount over to my next lowest card, which is Wyndham at $13.50. With Wyndham, I have a monthly payment of $56 due. I'm going to roll that monthly amount into the snowballed amount of 120, and I'm going to get 176. Adding on the $100 a month that I do put towards my debt payment, I'm going to come out with a total of $441 to put towards this $13.50, which is going to give me $909. I'm going to continue on until I am done with this card, and the overage from this card will go on to my next lowest card. Right now, I'm only going to do 3 cards at a time. So once I'm done with this section here, it's going to take me until the end of the year probably because I'm only able to stuff once a month. Now, you can stuff more if you like, but this is how my budget is going to go because that's all I can afford to do right now. Once I'm done, I'm going to do a debt check in and go over how much debt that I was able to pay off while going into the next set of three cards uh, to pay off. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this over to the side. All right, so let's get into this cash stuffing. I am going to give the money a quick count. All right, as you can see, I have $1,698. The remaining money in the bank is towards the my credit card loan. And I'm going to go over my Paycheck 2 budget. So I expected to spend $1,507. I ended up spending $1,862. This is including my fixed, variable, and challenges that I'm going to be putting towards in this paycheck. So for my fixed amount, I did take care of a lot of the amount in my last video, which paid me up for the month of June. So the only ones that I'm stuffing are Debt Snowball at 100, City at 50, ComEd at 75, and this debt, of course, is 164. Those are all of my credit cards put together, all of the minimum balances. For registration, I am going to put $25 towards that. Canva is 15 and insurance is 50, and it's going to give me a total of $483. Over here, these are my cash envelopes, and I was able to, I meant to change this. I'm going to do that now so I don't get confused. So I was able to put the budgeted amount. I was able to put the actual amount for from my paycheck, and so all of these variable expenses are going to get fully funded, and it's going to be a total of $295. Now, between my fixed expenses and my variable expenses, that will give me $778 going towards these envelopes. All right, so I'm also going to get into the story time as I cash stuff. I just hope that I don't make any mistakes because if you've been with me for a while, y'all know I can't walk and talk at the same time. So pray for me, okay? Pray that I get through this with minimal to no mistakes. Okay, I'm going to start out with my cash envelopes. These are the envelopes that go in my wallet. Groceries is going to get $130. Let's see, 120, 130. Also, y'all, I don't know if it's a little bit of OCD, but I can't put. I like to keep my crispier bills for my binders versus my wallet and my bills binder. So groceries is getting 130. And I've noticed a lot of cash stuffers are like that. And I haven't always been this way. It wasn't until I started cash stuffing that I kind of got a little OCD with that. Fuel is going to also get 130. And I'm going to break this down. So it's 20, 40, 60, 81, 120, 130. So, okay, y'all. So I think I need to give you all a backstory that led up to me getting robbed by someone I considered my friend. Okay. Nikki is going to get $20. I'm going to put two tens. So I met this person back in 2006 while I was still a freshman in college. She seemed nice, very friendly, and we became fast friends. And she was also my roommate, so we had became close. She started sharing with me more and more of her past, which, y'all, it was sad. I'm not going to get into details because that's her business. That's not my business or my story to tell. With that being said, baby girl was dealing with trauma, and she was dealing with trauma the best way she knew how. Um, Now, at first, I didn't know how bad it was or how bad it can get, but my sophomore year, I felt like I was always finding myself trying to protect her, mostly because I knew her story and I felt bad for her. Self care is going to get 15. I'm going to give a 10 and a 5. Eventually, she had got into some trouble and I couldn't help her out of that. Next thing I know, she was expelled. I never got the story behind, what had happened, and I hadn't heard from her since that day. I'm going to move on to my bills binder. Fast forward like 10 years later, I get a message, and at first I didn't respond. I didn't recognize her. So I didn't really, engage. But I went on her page and I started looking through her pictures. And then I realized that that's who I realized I recognized her. I was happy that she was okay. And by the looks of things, she seemed happy. She was married, no kids, but I was genuinely happy for her. Okay, so the first envelope I am going to stuff is City. City does not have an envelope per se. It's sharing an envelope with Wyndham. So I put a little sticky note on the side here, so I know that this is going to go to Wyndham. So City now has $100. So we met, and we met at a little coffee shop just to catch up. And I found out that she had just moved back, and me personally didn't want to, even though I was still curious. I didn't bring up why she was expelled all those years ago. It didn't even matter. If she was going to tell me, she was going to tell me when she was comfortable telling me. So she met my family. She never really talked about her husband. Only thing she mentioned was, that he worked a lot. I mean, that time I didn't think much about it, but in hindsight, the things that eventually started unraveling, it made sense. Okay, so I'm looking at my my planner off to the side. Okay, so the next one is going to be ComEd. ComEd, oh, did I pass it? Okay, ComEd is going to get $75. It currently has 100. So we have 50, 75. So now it has 175. For debt, again, debt was broken up, but we know how much debt is getting. So for Mission Lane, debt is going to get $55, I believe. Yes, $55. So now it has, let's see, 50, 60, 70. Oh, hold on. Because Mission was also supposed to get 90. So 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. All right. So for Mission, it has 50, 100, 20, 40, 60, 70, 75, 175. And it's supposed to be 180. I don't believe I rolled over that 30. But I'm going to put, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to make sure because we're supposed to be paying off Mission Lane in this stuffing. Okay. See, I told you it never fails. I can't walk and talk at the same time. But anyway, we're going to get through this. So Mission Lane has 50, 100, 120, 160, I'm sorry, 140, 160, 70, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 180. Yeah. All right. For Wyndham is going to get $28. So 20, 25, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I don't want to mix the money. Okay. So Wyndham has, and I really don't want to create new envelopes because, like I said, these ain't going to be around for long. All right. So Wyndham has 20, 40, 60, 65, 70, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84. So PayPal is going to get $26. 25 and 6, and it has 20, 40, 45, 46, oops, 20, 40, 45, 50, 51, 52. PNC is going to get $35. And it has 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 95, 100. I am going to condense this. I'm going to take 100 from here and put the change in here because I'm looking a little low on my other cash. So let's make sure I got 100. So 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 95, 100. Okay. I try to keep my envelopes as low as possible. And I don't do a lot of cash condensing because I kind of condense as I go. I do that because I don't want to keep pulling out large amounts of money because I need change. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I quite literally have this now in my binders. All right, so Capital One is going to get $30. And it's going to have 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 200, 210, 215, 16, 17, 18. So it has $218. So let me take out 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100. Okay. So I would say a few months later, I get a call from a number I didn't recognize. Of course, I didn't answer it first. So, I mean, first of all, it was late. So I'm not going to answer calls that I don't know who it is. But immediately after that first initial call, they called again. So I'm thinking like it must be someone that I know. So I answered. It was my friend. And I hear, all I hear is like heavy breathing. And I'm about to hang up because I'm like, what? Maybe she butt dialed me. I don't know. Maybe she doing something and didn't know I was on the phone. So I'm about to hang up, and then all of a sudden I'm hearing her, whisper more, and I'm like, why are you whispering? What's going on? And all of a sudden she starts breaking down, crying, and I'm trying to calm her the best way I know how over the phone, and I don't have a clue where this girl lives. So I asked her like, give me your phone number. I mean, not your phone number. Give me your address, and I can send someone over there. I can call 911 if you need help. And that kind of made her even more upset. And on top of that, she sounded scared. So then the phone disconnects. So I'm like, oh, this is some crazy type stuff right here. So I'm like, okay. I tried calling the phone that she called from me, no answer. I tried calling her phone, straight to voicemail. So me and my husband are looking at each other, and I'm like getting scared because I don't know what to do, what's going on, and there is no way I can get any help to come for her. I always I always do this, y'all. I need something with some prop money on the side because I always forget to lay it out. This goes without fail. Hold on one second. Okay, y'all, I'm back. I got 165. 165, yeah. And then I'm gonna put an extra dollar here for 166. I already have an extra dollar in here from the last time because I only had 166. I mean, $165 taken from my account. I mean, from my paycheck. So I have to make up that amount on hand. So I have $2 real, and the rest is going to be prop money. So together in the bank, I should have 1, 2, 3, 310, 320, 325, 330, 331. And then of course the $2 I have on hand here. All right, and then for insurance, I am giving insurance $50. Insurance has 100, 150, 200, 220, 240, 245, 246. So at this point, I feel helpless. I'm ugly crying, y'all. And like it took everything and my husband to calm me down. A few days later, I want to say, she reaches out to me. Naturally, I'm asking, are you okay? What happened? She's talking to me as if nothing happened and I'm overreacting. So this behavior was nothing new to me. She's been doing this since college. This was her trauma response. So, I mean, her trauma response was to act like nothing ever happened. So, me trying to be a supportive friend, I offered my help. I let her know I was here for her whenever she needed me. She asked me to meet her, and I agreed. Y'all, when I tell you I was expecting a lot of things, this was not it. She was visibly thinner. I mean, I hadn't seen her for months since our first meeting. She was visibly thinner. She had cuts and bruises. And the crazy part is she thought that she was going to cover it up with concealer. But the more she cried, the more I saw, and I was in disbelief. Internet is going to get $7. Oh, you know what? I don't think I put anything in. Let me see. 10, 20, 30, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52. No, I didn't put anything towards internet. So Canva is going to get $15. So she just started to break down to me, and she told me everything. Me without thinking, I said she could stay with me and my family until she was able to save enough money to get away, to get her somewhere, somewhere safe to live because her husband was abusing her. She hesitated, but she agreed. And during this time, she didn't know that I do YouTube videos. And I mean, the amount of people who actually know me personally and know I do this, I can count on one hand. And the majority of those people are in my household. So anyway, Canva has 20, 30, 40, 50, 55, 60, $65. So one day, I believe she was off. She saw me, setting up for my video, and she asked what I was about to do. Y'all, I rarely film when anyone is at home, not even my kids are around. And honestly, I didn't even know she was there. I didn't know she hadn't went to work. So I explained what I did because, I'm in the midst of doing it now, and why I did it. I let her know if she needed anything from the kitchen because my desk is like right next to my living room is right connected to the kitchen. So I said, if you need to get anything out the kitchen, could you get it now? Because I like my background to be quiet. So she understood and she went back to her room after she was doing what she was doing. I'm not going to put anything in Costco. Registration is going to get $25, and it's going to have, I'm trying to save my fives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to use some of these ones, but I'm going to look through the envelopes and see if there's any more condensing I can do really quickly before I move on. I have 20, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47. I have $47 for registration. Let me just briefly go through this and see if I can break some more hundreds. Break the hundreds from here. Okay, or at least give me some more fives. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, at least we got some ones. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna just put a 20 in there. But Prime, I know I'm gonna need change, so I don't even know why I did that, but I'll fix it later because my Prime is only $7. Let's see if I have anything else I can condense. Let's see. So this is a mini cash condensing, story time, and debt confession all in one. I have 20, 40, 60, 70, 75. That's not going to be enough. I already know. Let's try this one. Wyndham. 20, 40, 60, 65, 70, 75. That's not going to be enough. It's not going to be enough either. Okay. Let's see. That only has $50 in it. Let me check insurance. Oh, that has 250s. That's not going to help me either. Oh, you know what? It probably will. So let me do this. Oops. Let me put 250s in here because I'm concerned that I'm not going to have enough change. And I know that I had, at least $50 in some of these envelopes. Make sure. 20, 20, 40, 45, 50. Okay. 20, 40, 45, 50. And let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And you know what? This is what I normally do off camera, y'all. And I like doing it this way. I don't know. I like condensing. I just don't like carrying large sums of money back to the bank. But I do love condensing. All right, we have 20, 40, 50 here. Okay. At least I'm getting some more change somewhere. Might not be from the hundreds, but at least I'm condensing, getting some change somewhere. All right. So So that will be it for my bills binder. Sorry, y'all. So this is a different part of the day, different time. It's actually nighttime. I had to run out. I didn't. I forgot that the girls had dental appointments today, and I am continuing this video, and it's like almost 9 o'clock at night. So if angles change, that's why. Okay. So I think I was going over what I'll be putting in my sinking funds. So I'm going to be stuffing a few envelopes in my low priority, my challenge, and then for my stocks here. Um, so what I'm going to do is start off with my low priority binder. Let me put this over to the side so I can see what goes where. Okay, so the first envelope that I'm stuffing is my emergency fund. My emergency fund is going to get $100. So it now has $200. Where was I in the story, y'all? I don't remember. I know I talked about how she had moved in, and I think I was at the part where I was filming and she was still here, and I didn't know until mid setup. So I'm gonna start from there. So basically, when I was done filming, she had kind of peeked her head around the corner and asked if I was done. Of course, I said yes, and she came out. Mind you, I didn't have time to put anything away. Um, so she walks in with a smile on her face, and she made a comment that made me pause. So it made me kind of think, like, what do you mean by that? So she says to me, and I quote, "Now I didn't know you had this money," something like this. Um, she said, "Now I didn't know, I didn't know you had all this money." That's what she said. "I didn't know you had all this money, and I wish I could save like you." So now I know she obviously heard me filming. So then I start to collect my binders, and I headed to my room to put them away into my safe. So for those that ask if I had a safe and why it wasn't in the safe, I do have a safe. I don't just lay my money around. I know I had a comment that says, don't go laying your money around or something like that. I was not laying my money around. Okay, I have the small safe. It's about this wide and about like this high. It is the type of safe that you hold your financial documents and things like that. Um, but it wasn't much bigger than that, and you can easily carry it out, of course. So, um, family isn't going to get anything. Miscellaneous isn't going to get anything. Let me see. I don't think anything else is going to be stuffed in here. Um, no, I don't think I have anything else to stuff in here. Okay, so I'm going to move on to my kiddos binder. Okay, in my kiddos binder, I am. Oh, you know what? No, before I get here, I did have another envelope to stuff in there. It was my cell phone. Let me get a marker. I guess I'll be using pink today. I can't find my purple one. So cell phone is going to get $150. So cell phone is going to get. Let me see. I want to kind of max this one out. So we have. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's okay. So it's 35 times 4. So that's $140 dollars that's going into here. So it will be all of these right here. So I kind of maxed this out, and I'm going to start over again. So it's going to get 140, and then I'm going to put a 10 to the side to start this challenge again. So altogether I have 100, 120, 140, 145, 46, 47, 48. It's going to actually be 158. So I'm just going to put the 10 in here. Yeah, I'm going to put the 10 in there. So that's one envelope down because I got to get ahead of my phone bill. Okay. And bulk items. Oh, I already bought my bulk items and I spent the money that I was going to actually put in here. So I'm good on bulk. And we're going to now go over to my kids' binder. The first envelope in their binder. And I did go ahead and reprint all of my beautiful envelopes and I put them back in here. So I'm not too sad. Their binder is back pretty. But I did not, however, create another challenge for their back to school binder as of yet. I'm gonna probably make the same binder, probably with different rings. I don't know, or different coil. I don't know yet. But clothes is going to get $194. So we have 50, 70, 90, 110, 130, 150, 170, 190, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we have $194 in clothes. All right, so where was I? I'm sorry, I'm trying to tell the story and focus on my cash stuffing too. But okay. So as I was, I believe where I left off is I was collecting, my binders and getting ready to put them back in my safe. So as I'm walking away, she starts to follow me. I'm like, "Can you give me a second to lock up my things?" And I started to walk towards my room, close my door, and she says, "Oh, you have a safe? That's good because she said with all of that money, um she said, with all that money you got to be careful." So now my antennas are way up, and I'm like, nope, she's got to go now. Do you hear me? Now. I was uneasy for the next couple of days after that. So, I would say like day two, day three, I casually started a conversation with her and kind of slipped in, like asking her, has she found a place yet? Mind you, she's been here for a couple of months now. So I wasn't mean about it. I wasn't mean about it at all, y'all. But when I tell you, she looked at me like I had really said something out of pocket to offend her. And y'all, I can't make this up. She said, "What brought this on?" What? What do you mean, what brought this on? So I'm trying to play things cool. Like I kind of laugh, sometimes I think that is an uncontrollable thing I do. I kind of giggle a little bit, but it was like an uncomfortable laugh because I'm trying to hold my composure at this point. I'm explaining to her that this has always been the plan. This shouldn't have been a surprise. And she was like, she feels just like it came out of nowhere. And at this point, I'm getting visibly annoyed because you're not gonna play. You're not gonna play with me. So I'm like, I'll give you a little more time, but you got to be out of here by June 1st. Mind you, this was a week before the incident. So I gave her an additional 2 weeks. She agreed, and I thought that was that. And boy, was I wrong. She was just gonna get 112. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 100, 110, 11, 12. And miscellaneous is going to get $80. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. So I'm like, okay. Obviously, we getting off on the wrong foot, but whatever. Okay, so moving on to my challenge binder. So fast forward like a couple of days later, and this heifer comes in drunk. I said, "Oh, I mean, she was reeking of alcohol. It was just she was reeking of alcohol, y'all. It was wafting off of her through her pores." So now I feel like she really playing with me because prior to her coming to stay with me, I told her I don't allow any drinking or smoking in my home. I made that quite clear. Okay, y'all, we are in my um save oh goodness challenge finder. I'm gonna be starting a few games today. I'm gonna be starting roll and save, which is like my minis challenge, but it does not have me multiplying or adding by the number that I roll. It's just a plain old roll and save. And then I am starting. Oh, I'm gonna put while I have it open. This is my stocks envelope. I haven't uh, put a insert in it yet, but I will. It's gonna get $24. I did have a scratch off game to go along with this, but I'm just going to continue the stuff because I really do want to continue to fund my stocks. So it has 50, 70, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, $79. Okay, so we're going to go back to roll and save, and I'm going to just show you how I'm going to play. For this game, I only use fives and ones. So I'm going to roll. Envelope one is going to get $3. And then I'm going to flip up over to the next page. This envelope is going to get $4. One, two, three, four. This is going to get $3. One, two, and three. This one is also going to get $3. Okay. And this one is going to get $3. So I'm going to keep rolling until I get to the end, but I don't want to go over $47. So let's see, how much is that right now? Because I surely wasn't counting. One, two, three. Oh, we got a ways to go. So I'm gonna just keep on rolling. I'm not gonna count it just yet. I've only been rolling threes. Like, what's going on with that? Okay, let's roll again. Oops. So we're gonna start over from the front. And we're gonna add 5. That's a really nasty bill. We're going to add 3. 1, 2, and 3. I should have counted out what I wanted to put in here before doing so. Because who knew that I was gonna be taking up all these ones? Okay. So this is gonna get 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Let's see. Gonna put a couple of ones back. Okay. One, two, three, four, 5. Okay. I definitely should have counted this out before I started playing. So I have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 31, 36, 37. Okay, so let's see how much more I can put in here. 1, 2, and 3. Oh, this is going to get 6. I think we have made it. Let's see. I'm going to count through this really quickly again. Okay, so we are right at 46. So I'm just going to put $1 into the last one, or the first one, I should say, because we just stuffed the last one. Okay, so for this roll and save, for the first one, I have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, $12. Okay, so at this point, I'm over it. I told her she needs to go now. Forget about the 2 weeks. I'm over, and at this point, I'm just over all everything. Okay. Then she starts telling me about what she's not gonna do, and I for real I can't believe this. Like, nothing like this has ever happened to me, y'all. Nothing like this have happened to me before. So I called the police, and they came, and I explained the situation to them. Y'all wouldn't believe what they told me. So they said it was basically virtually nothing they can do because she has been living here for over a month, and that is considered residency. if someone is there, you know, on someone's property for over a month. I knew this, but I didn't know that things was gonna go south like they're going. During this time, my husband wasn't here, and I just lost it, y'all. At this time, I can feel my anger getting the best of me. The second envelope is going to get 5, 10, 11, 12, 13. And then she tried to lie on me. And she lied and said that I hit her. And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. Mind you, she's still inebriated, y'all. She's still drunk talking to the police officer. So the police is looking back at me, looking at her, and I'm like, I just shrugged my shoulders. Of course, they asked me, did I put my hands on her? I said I did not. I was nowhere near her. She came in here drunk. I told her she can't be drinking. I'm sorry, y'all. I had got a call. So this envelope's gonna get 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, so she's basically lying to the police at this point. And they're unable to kick her out. I'm unable to do anything about it unless I go through the courts. 5, 6, 7, 8, which I kind of figured was going to be the case, but I still tried anyway. And at this point, so they leave and they told us to basically stay away from each other. I basically have been quarantined to one section of my house that I pay for. So I go into my room, and at this point, I'm feeling paranoid because I have work in the morning. I mean, I have work in a couple hours, mind you. It's 2 o'clock in the morning, so I have to be at work by 6. Um, I didn't know if she had been snooping while I was out or if she found my safe. So I decided to take the money out of my safe and put it in my work bag so I can make a deposit in the morning before I go to work. That was my plan. And plus, I was so exhausted because it's late and the day's events was just, it was working on me, y'all. So when I woke up, y'all already know what might have happened. This heifer took, she didn't take the bag, but I can tell that the bag had been moved. So I lift the bag. The bag felt light as a feather. And I immediately called the police, 911. I filed a report right away. Um, so it's basically, never again. This is my cautionary tale. I will not be so inviting. I don't care if I've known you forever. I am not inviting anyone else into my personal space. I would just have to help in other ways if I can, but not this way. Never again. Never again will I do that to myself, to my family. That's why I take full responsibility. I mean, even though I knew what I was trying to do, trying to prevent happening, even though it happened, you know, they're actively, following up and seeing if they can catch her. But that chick is probably long gone by now. Long gone. I'm gonna start my Halloween challenge. This is a so the challenges that I'm starting are kind of on the smaller basis versus what I had before because I know I'm not. I mean, we're in mid-year, so I know I'm not going to be able to finish. So I'm just starting these smaller challenges. So this is my Happy Halloween challenge. Each icon is going to be worth $5, and I'm going to end up putting 10. So I'm going to check off the witch and the cauldron. So yeah, that is my cautionary tale right there. No good deed goes unpunished, is what I'm saying. Okay, so this is one of my newer challenges. This is rock, paper, scissors, which I am kind of excited to start. I've been eyeballing this for the longest, but I haven't had a reason to start it. Well, now I do. Alrighty, so I'm gonna get my cute little die here. Well, is it? I guess I can consider this a dice. All right, so I'm gonna roll and see how much I'm gonna save in this challenge. I'll be putting $47 towards it, so hopefully I won't go over. So we have rock. Rock is $10. Scissors is $20. That's 30. Rock is 10. So that's 20. I have 27 more dollars. Uh-oh. Oops, getting away from me. We have another rock. And another rock. Okay. So I have 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So this is why I always roll before I play. Okay. Let's see, what else did I have? Season's greetings and orthopedic. Yeah. So let's see. I'm going to have to put 20, 30, 40. I'm going to have to put 45, 46, 47 because that's what I budgeted for because there is no way that I can put that amount in there. All right. So I have one scissors and we have two. Let's see. The tens is the rocks. So we have two rocks and one paper. I cheated this time, y'all. I ain't gonna even lie. I cheated, but there was no way that I could do that. And then I have $2. So I'm gonna see, and that was an odd number to even save towards this challenge, but we gonna have to kind of play it like that for this time around. What I'm gonna start doing, like I did before, I'm gonna roll and put it on for the next time so I don't go over like I just did. That's a prime example of why I'm about to do what I'm about to do. So oh my gosh, this thing is rolling. So we have the paper. So we have $5 going in for next time. Let's roll again and see what we get. We get a rock, so that's 10. That's 15. Another rock is 25. So I'm gonna stop there, and this is 25 for the next cash stuffing. And that's what I'm gonna have to do when I do these roll challenges like that, because I've been rolled until I couldn't afford to roll anymore. Okay, so we have here Season's Greetings. Season's Greetings is going to get $40. Each Christmas tree is worth 20. So I'm going to mark off 2 Christmas trees. And this challenge is getting $40. And then my goodness gracious, my orthodontics. So your girl needs braces. I had my wisdom tooth removed a couple of years ago, and now my teeth are starting to shift something crazy. So I know that my dental insurance is going to pay for the majority of it, but I do know I have an out of pocket cost. I'm going to put $40, and I'm just going to color in a little tooth with my orange. I love the color orange. That's why I'm using it more. I'm going to mark off 2 little teeth, and each tooth is worth $20, and each saying says I've saved $20. So I'm gonna put in my 10, 20, 30, $40. Okay, and then that's it for my challenge binder. And then I have 2 star notes that I showed earlier. I don't have an envelope for these yet. I'm going to make individual envelopes, but I'm going to be restarting my star notes collection. I'm kind of saddened because the collection that I had was like over $300 worth of star notes, but I'll be starting it over. So that's cool. That's all right. I have 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, $14. What? I have $14 left over. I'm going to put this $14 into my Bella Baby's envelope because I have not stuffed for her lately. And that's a no. Okay. I'm going to put $5 towards her personal envelope. Well, you know what? No, not towards that. Her food. So she currently has $34. I'm going to add, I don't know why I got this out, $5. So I'm going to put deposit plus 5. So she'll have $39. And I have these little cards called lunchtime. So I'm going to put a heart on there. Each bowl is worth $5. But yeah, telling that story has got me drained, y'all. Because like I'm actively still going through this. So that's why I don't talk about it. But, a lot of people were curious what happened. And that is what happened. So food has 25, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. Um, I bought her a little grooming machine, so I really don't take her to the groomers. I only take her to the groomers to cut her nails because she still will not allow me to cut her nails, y'all. She will have a full blown fit. I'm gonna put the rest of the money into that, and it's $5, $6, $7, $8, $9. All right, so that should be $55 if I'm not mistaken. I'm only gonna put one heart because I'm short a dollar. Unfortunately, I'm gonna pull a dollar from somewhere else probably. All right. I'm trying to, even though she's still very young, I do want to set up a fund for her so when she is older, I'll be able to take care of her, any needs she may need. So this envelope has 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. How much did I put in here? 53. Let's see. Oh no, 55. So I might have been off. I probably did not mark off if I've removed something out of here. So, because I'm definitely supposed to have $55 in here. Let's see, 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. I don't know, but more than likely I took something out of this envelope and did not mark it off. So I'm going to just put a balance of $50 because it's something that wasn't counted. So a balance of 50. All right, y'all, that completes this stuffing. Thank you so much for joining me. And if you like what you see, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you next week. Bye.